Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Wall Street Bets. So, one of the best places online to talk about the stock market without your typical seriousness that you would get from other communities or forums. At least one thing in common about Wall Street Bets is that everybody is there to just have fun, not take it too serious. Yeah, you can have some serious conversations and stuff like that, but it's really a big place for just humor, having fun with the stock market, and then also for some people losing or making a lot of money. Unfortunately, in this situation today, this person lost $100,000 in Tesla options. And before we go any further into this video, I just want to say if you enjoyed this Wall Street Bets content where I talk about some of the top trades, whether it's huge losses or huge gains, then please make sure to smash that like button. Drop a like on the video, really helps me out, and it also helps with the YouTube algorithm, helping these videos get recommended more. So I definitely appreciate it. But if you're curious as to what options are, I know there's probably some people in my comment section that are not really familiar with that. Trust me, I felt the same way a few months ago when I had no idea what they were. Honestly, for some people out there, it's probably good that they don't know what options are because investing is your typical safer way to gain money in the long term. But even with people that do options, I mean, they commonly even call it the casino. So a lot of people would say option is gambling. Yes, you can use it in some smart ways as well to hedge against certain positions and stuff like that. But in basic terms, if you're not familiar with it, you can either buy calls or puts. If you buy puts, you're basically buying an option that means that you believe the stock price will drop down to this certain number that you bought. So puts means you think it's going to drop in the future, and then calls means the opposite of that. So calls means that you think the stock price is going to go higher in the future to a certain point. So you can buy these at different points. For example, you could say, let's see, Microsoft's at $200 right now. You could buy like a Microsoft 215 call by, let's say, July 28th. Or you could buy like a Microsoft 185 put option for July 28th as well. So this is like a much riskier thing than your typical investing. So now that that's cleared out of the way, in this video, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be talking about a Wall Street Bets user that bought $100,000 in Tesla calls and lost it all. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check out Tesla and see what it's doing so far for the past week. As you can see, earnings recently got released on the 22nd. You know, pretty solid day at the end, spiked up and then dropped back down on the day after of the earnings release. Keep in mind that the earnings beat expectations, but it still dropped anyways the next day and then dropped significantly once again. And we are down 7.70% for the past week. So that's another lesson to learn as well. In my opinion, it's very, very risky to play earnings because you never really know how people are going to react to earnings, because you could have a quarter where a company gained a lot of profit and beat expectations tremendously, but you could still have the stock price go down because of either people that don't want to risk it, they could sell their stocks before the announcement of whether they beat expectations, or they can even simply just sell after the positive news is announced if they think that that's a good time to cash out. So you never really know what other people are going to do. When it comes to playing earnings, you're basically playing on human psychology and how you think people are going to react to different situations, and that is really difficult to do that consistently when it comes to the general stock market, and that's why people commonly say don't try to time the market. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check out this options play. But before we go over there, I want to say that as you can see, my portfolio is near the amount that this person lost. I don't know if this is every single bit of money that this person had and they decided to basically just gamble it all away or what, but I thought it was pretty ironic that I have around $100,000 for the total portfolio. Took like 7 months so far to get it where it is. I started back in early December at an initial $72,000 investment, and then now we have it at 102. So, you know, it's a big deal for somebody to lose 100K, especially for me, because that would be me losing everything. So let's check out this post. As you can see, user POK7453, they said, bought 100K in Tesla 724 calls. They reported profit, and now my portfolio is worth 9K. So technically a $91,000 loss. So to lose like 100K in just a few days is just so crazy to me. And as you can see, I'm assuming they bought the calls on like July 20th or something like that. But honestly, to spend $100,000 on calls just 4 days out, keep in mind these are short-term calls. So if you're wrong, you're going to be very wrong, and you're going to get the answer of whether you lose a lot of money or make a lot of money pretty soon if the calls are like short term, not too far out, compared to leaps, which is what people would call like really far out calls. So honestly, yeah, it definitely seems like this dude belongs in the Wall Street Bets subreddit. You know, it's kind of cool to just see people, whether they make money or lose money. It's kind of nice to just be on the sidelines with no dog in the fight. And honestly, if you're really interested in options and don't really know much about it, I honestly think that's the best strategy. I mean, it's obviously up to you with what you want to do with your money, but if you really want to just save money and still see, you know, other people make money or other people lose money, then you can do that without like having to spend any of your personal money and risk a lot. I think options are just too risky for my personal risk tolerance. I completely get it if other people enjoy it and have the money to do so, you know, more power to you. But just for me personally, I just don't feel comfortable risking that much. That's why I choose to just concentrate my portfolio. And I have to admit, it's been pretty effective. I mean, I've made around 42% so far. At one point, it was like at plus 57%, 57.5% just for 7 months of investing. So with concentration, there are some significant gains to be made similar to options. And I feel like it's a lot less risky, but it all also depends on you choosing correct stocks and, you know, being pretty good at stock picking, which is something that I guess a lot of people aren't good at, or, you know, a lot of people think they can stock pick, but it ends up with them losing money. But in my opinion, it is possible. You just have to make the right decisions. But like I said, I'm just more comfortable with concentration rather than your typical options. But anyways, I just wanted to share this quick little loss for you all. It's always fun to just see what's going on with Wall Street Bets. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash that like button. And also feel free to sign up to Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with those links, then you'll get some free stocks. And it also supports the channel as well. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.